This is a Minecraft world with civilization, armies, and soon-to-be conflict. But today, we are going to focus on one conflict that is so far the most interesting on the server. Let's zoom into where it happened. An unnamed village that is commonly called Cars Village was having its normal day with the iron farm up and running and villagers going about their regular day. This village was quite large and was thriving and even interacted with the other nations, and they were mostly peaceful and enjoyed time together occasionally. Some even started trading with the players, but that all changes on July 19th, 2024, as the person the village is named after started a raid. Shortly after, the leader of the Tsardom of Kazilian Czechoslovakia, Car Racer 98, had drank a omen bottle, likely to get the totems of undying, but the reason is currently unknown or not confirmed. Marleyan Empire and Ravina leaders are located nearby, ready to strike the pillagers. The first waves come and it's fairly silent and easygoing. It's not easy, but they hold on well. However, this doesn't last long. As they get through the first waves, the pillagers start bringing in ravagers and evokers, making it extremely difficult for them to hold on. Waves become slower to kill and they begin losing organization and it becomes a mess. Several player deaths have occurred at this moment and soon the chaos can be heard from far away. However, they keep up the fight and they do pretty well for themselves despite the massive deorganization. Thankfully, the wave is killed and the armies think they see the light at the end of the tunnel, but oh boy were they wrong. Pillagers show back in even larger force with even more ravagers, evokers, and much, much more. The Ravina and Marleyan lines are hit hard and become heavily split up and are now running trying to reorganize under pressure from the pillager forces. They all eventually become split from each other and it becomes a every man for themselves type battle. As a result, the line begins to crumble and the first villagers begin to die and village homes are torn up from the chaos. A weak counteroffensive somehow is managed to be put together and they fight off the pillagers well in a battle that should have already been certain death. Nations such as Fishyland hear the chaos, and soon nations around question if they should help. Fishyland, a nearby nation that could help out, refuses as they don't want to lose any valuables. However, one nation decides to show up, which is quite a bit farther than Fishyland. That was the United States of America. They hear the call for help and decide they should help out. Fishyland, despite disagreeing with joining the conflict, says go for it and help them out. United States elite forces are shipped out towards their location, so all they have to do is hold on until reinforcements arrive. Forces remain unorganized now on both sides, and it becomes a back and forth push with many casualties, causing morale to decrease. But they keep up the defense of the town as they know new, fresh reinforcements who are experienced are soon to show up to their side. United States elite forces arrive thinking the raid has already gone to its final wave, but little did they know they were only halfway and the United States was going to be dragged into the largest and deadliest battle yet. United States forces pound into the pillager lines as hard as possible, wiping the raid out almost immediately, showing that the United States is a true force to be scared of. The wave ended and they began to celebrate until yet another wave showed up, introducing Vexes. However, they did not come from where they had been. It was a complete ambush and the lines were caught off guard, and it would be a massive slaughter of elite soldiers and once peaceful and innocent villagers. Pillager lines from behind began the attack and the lines turned around and faced the oncoming pillagers, right in the middle of town. Eventually, the pillagers push the lines out and they become mixed together in a violent battle. With even more player losses taking place, many valuable resources are destroyed or lost in combat, and the lines lose things to defend themselves with after so much combat. The chaos would go on for another 10 minutes until another wave came in, finishing the job, and humiliating the special forces of the United States, showing weakness in Ravina and the Marleyan Empire, and most importantly, Car's biggest standout thing of his nation that made him special, aka his village, had been taken over by pillagers. This was not the end, as just an hour or two later, traders from the village would be found by pillagers and killed. The battle had been lost in an awful slaughter, and the pillagers wanted to show it. The traders were of high value and intelligence, and was a huge blow to Car Racer 98. The United States of America, Ravina, Fishyland, Island Paradise, and the Marleyan Empire could only think of taking the one survivor and searching for another villager to bring over, and make them a whole new, far more secure home. A quote from the leader of Fire _ Blitz said, "They may have won the battle, but they sure won't win the damn war."